Hey Virgo, what is going on? My name is Matthew Oliver with Stillwater Alchemy, and this is your general reading for the month of March. So, my lovely Virgos, there's a lot happening this month, astrologically speaking. I'm going through the major transits for each zodiac sign that I think the most prominent are going to affect you most profoundly. So, with all mutable signs, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius, there's a lot happening and a lot shifting this month. Of course, we start the month off with it being Pisces season. March 2nd, Mercury enters into Pisces, where it's said to be in its detriment and its fall. Virgo likes the facts and figures, knowing exactly what to do. And with Pisces, a lot more emotional, a lot more intuitive, where you can't quantify necessarily emotions or dreams. Like you can't get the exact answer right away. If someone just tells you that they intuitively feel like that, you have to just trust them, which sometimes like we want the exact answer if we have that strong Virgo energy. So with that being said, at the start of the month, with it being Pisces season, with Mercury moving into Pisces, and then with the full moon in Virgo happening on the 7th of March, the same day that Saturn moves into Pisces, there might be this feeling that you just have to trust more so your emotions, trust in the faith, trust in the love, which can sometimes be scary, which can sometimes lead to the unknown, especially when one path ahead of us is very strong, is very pronounced, and the other doesn't necessarily have a right answer, doesn't have an exact timeline. With Saturn moving into Pisces, that's opposing your Virgo placement. So a way that I would recommend working with this energy is to help to regulate your emotions. Do you find that your emotional state heavily affects your mental and physical well-being? And if so, what are the tools, the resources, or the investments that need to be made to help you? This can also be a beautiful time where you are pursuing your dreams wholeheartedly. Like it might also result in you taking a sabbatical or taking some time off to reevaluate things to see if your energy, your focus, your mindset is adequately serving you, or if you've just been doing things out of servitude and obligation. Being of service is beautiful, but ideally you're serving from your heart. You're doing it from a place of intent where you want to be doing these things and not just caught up in a job to make money to support your family, because that's one way of servitude, but it's not the only way or the best way that you can utilize your gifts, Virgo. Or you might find yourself in an industry where maybe it's feeling stale, or that you're working really hard on things and you've just been caught in a loop or a cycle. And this Saturn can kind of wake us up a little bit and see where we need to say no, where there needs to be better structure, where we need to put the time to acquire mastery. And that can sometimes be a double-edged sword in terms of mastery and perfection with a Virgo, because something they very strive for, because they know that they can use that knowledge, that power to help themselves and to help others. But on the other end, it can also hold us back and prevent us from even starting. So that's why, in terms of whether it's fear, doubt, if you experience pain or trauma as a child, I think that Saturn in Pisces can help to regulate the emotions, to help support our emotions so that it gives us the support to move forward with purpose, with excitement, with a game plan. And then also, of course, Mars is still in Gemini until the end of the month, until March 25th. So that Mars has been hitting you for a while now, given that Mars entered Gemini in August of 2022. So it's just noting that we're going to have that final Mars-Neptune square this month before Mars moves into Cancer. So that's just something to know, that you might be feeling a lot of energy. And sometimes these transits manifest like it's not even happening to you, it's happening to everyone else around you. And then by proxy, it feels like you're putting out all of these fires, which could then affect you emotionally. So I need you to be aware that what I'm saying could be directly affecting you, or it might be affecting your loved ones or your employees or your neighbors in your community. So, or it could be happening both. So it's just, and I gave the same warning to Gemini and Pisces. It's every mutable sign. It's just your turn, especially with Saturn moving into a mutable sign, to learn these lessons, to understand where you are being called higher, where you are given more purpose, where you get to achieve mastery. That's all it is. And at certain points, it might feel confusing or nebulous, or that you're working and it doesn't feel aligned. Like that's where I think that Mars-Neptune square is going to come in, where it's like, it's going to be very obvious, where it's like, why am I doing this? It might break you out of the illusion. It might be hard, But if you can get that groundedness and you can get that exact feeling, that's going to help with your mindset, being like, how do I want to feel? Am I feeling that way? And if not, why? And then kind of creating a little system for yourself where it can create a positive feedback loop of what you feel is aligning with your actions. And by doing that action, it allows you to feel even better. And that's the only loop that we're going to be supporting this month. And sometimes that also means saying no to certain people or certain opportunities that doesn't support that positive feedback loop of feeling good and enacting the action. So just be aware of that as well, because that could also be people around you being like, what do you mean you're not doing this? You're saying no to that. Like, this is going to be so good for you. I thought we agreed on this. You get to recalibrate. You get to see where things are actually serving you, Virgo, and where they are not. So just keep this all in the back of your mind. I'm going to be posting more content, offering more services and workshops to help navigate all these transits, because I didn't even talk about Pluto moving into Aquarius, which is a whole other story. I just want to talk about the transits, astrologically speaking, that are directly affecting you, and then the rest will be discussed later. Also, another fun thing is Venus moving into Taurus on March 16th. So that'll be a nice, beautiful reprieve amongst all of this, because Venus arguably is one of her favorite signs is Taurus. Her getting to be there. Taurus is a fellow earth sign, so this could be nice. That's why I think that if you just get clear on what you want and what's going to make you feel good, then when Venus gets to Taurus mid-month, it's going to be that much more sweet and romantic. This could also be an energy too where your partner, your friends, your loved ones are benefiting so strongly, and then they get to help support you. So it can go either way. But there's an energy of that tactile sense with Taurus where it can like feel, smell, taste. It might just be like going out for nice dinners or like renovating your home or like getting new furniture. Excuse me. I mean, that's interesting too in terms of the feeling of a sneeze and what that also emulates. Aside from being silly with that, it's like something that's going to be coming up that's like, I always take these things into consideration, whether it's like a yawn or a cough or a sneeze. I'm like, okay, something that needs to be cleared out so that you can bring in more of what you love, more of what you like. So keep that in mind, Virgo, as well. It could be like a huge purge. It could be releasing certain things like, or like activities. I'm also hearing like if you are paying month to month, like certain subscription fees, you're like, why am I keep paying? Like I haven't even used that. Delete, unsubscribe, refund, whatever that is, so you can call in this new energy, okay? Yeah, something needs to be cleared for then this newness to come in with that Venus and Taurus transit, all right? Or it could just be allergies. Some of you might just be like, okay, spring is now approaching in the northern hemisphere. I need to put myself in a great space as well to get grounded and protect my health. So first few cards, Virgo, we have the Six of Pentacles with the Magician and the Six of Swords. So we have two sixes sandwiched with the Magician. The Magician also has quite the mercurial energy. So if we talk about this, it's like things changing, things balancing, things recalibrating, and also you being in the center of this change and being very intentional with your thoughts, with your words. You can see the Magician has one of each of the suits. He has a cup, a pentacle, a wand, and a sword. It's like you have all these resources in front of you. How do you wish to use them to make your life easier? And also asking yourself, like, are things balanced? Are these things aligned? If you need the support, Virgo, this is where you can ask it, whether it's asking physically, whether it's asking for it spiritually. Like, there are going to be opportunities to move. I think there also might be opportunities for trips, or it's not be careful what you wish for, but if you're asking for support, asking for help, asking for a sign, and the universe is like, you need to move. You might need to go to a different country. You need to go seek a business internationally. You're being called to go here. It might be like, there might be a retreat, or there might be an opportunity. Like, I feel really aligned and I really want to go to France. I don't know why. I need to go like for a week away. It might be that you're booking the trip this month, or that you physically need to go away and just be with yourself so that you can see and feel and hear what's coming through. I also think and believe that with that full moon in Virgo on the 7th of March could be a good time to tap in and just see where things need to be rebalanced, and maybe where a trip, whether it's personal, business, or leisure, could benefit you significantly, just to be able to get really clear on what it is you are calling in. And I mean, the Magician is powerful. Like, just be very aware, as always, you are in a great state of alignment. There's so many blessings that are coming through. All these planets, all these transits are ever and only meant to serve your highest good. So knowing that all these activations are taking place, it'll be a beautiful time to feel in your body what is aligned and what isn't, period. And what isn't aligned, we can call in for clarity or a restructure or a release so that we can move forward with ease. That's like what I said when I sneezed. I think I sneezed 3 times, which can represent like newness as well. But it's like something needs to be released, recalibrate or rebalance to bring in something new. And it could just mean that you're going to be moving. And that'll be like the ultimate letting go of your current surroundings to make space for this new adventure. And that Venus and Taurus could be a nice activation of a trip or something coming in where it's like, oh yes, like this is now being released and now I'm going to go have fun. And it could be love, of course, but I'm also just feeling the sense of like feeling good, like feeling supported in your body. So it might be like a health retreat or something that feels, something that makes you feel good overall. It could just be like going to a dietitian or going to a naturopath where it's like, I'm just going to spend this time really leaning back into my body or really getting my taxes in order. Like whatever that is, what might be boring for other people in terms of like a leisure or pleasurable thing. It's like, no, it's going to bring me so much excitement. I said, whoa, because I decided to pull 3 more cards, and all 3 of them are major arcana. So we have the moon, temperance, and the star. And we just said there is a full moon happening in Virgo at the start of the month. Also, I think, Virgo, that the universe is just asking you to like relax a little bit, to chill. Like there's going to be so many things that are going to be activated, that are going to be presented. But with temperance, there's also this feeling of bringing in the spiritual work into the physical and the physical into the spiritual in this act of rebalancing. And you also have the balancing card here. So there's 2 cards, 2 of the main cards in tarot that are talking about rebalancing and where things are either fair or not fair. And there could also be things that are revealed in and around that full moon to be like, oh, this was never actually equal. This was never fair. Why do I keep coming back to this relationship or this job or this act of service? This isn't filling my cup up anymore. This isn't even my dream. What I actually want is this. So that's what I would ask yourself. Like, if you get anything from this video, Virgo, I would just be like, what is it that I actually want right now in this moment? And that can be an overall question, or you can get specific in every area of your life and really ask yourself if the time, energy, and money that you're putting in is being balanced or not. And if not, is there a reframe? Is there another option? Or is there a way of releasing it to bring in something great? This could also be support. Like there could be multiple parties involved. Like we literally have Pisces, Sagittarius, or Aquarius. So these could be some energies or people that are involved. I do think it's that Virgo full moon that'll be very telling, because that's also the same day that Saturn moves into Pisces. And also too, just knowing it's like, hey, great, if things aren't moving the way I want them in the physical realm, I need to do some spiritual work. Or if I've been doing all the spiritual work, I need to apply to the physical realm. But having the star as the final card, Virgo, it's like, that's one of the best cards in the entire deck. This is also very much linked to Aquarius energy. So it might be an energy that you've been building on throughout February, moving into the month of March, of things coming together, things you've always wanted, and now you're going to go and pursue them wholeheartedly without a drop of insecurity moving forward. All right. So that is my general reading for the month of March. Of course, this is just a general reading. If you want to go into these themes further and want to book a one-on-one reading, you can do so on my website. Please feel free to share with a fellow Virgo that can benefit from this message, and let me know in the comments what resonated, what came through, beginning of the month, mid-month, end of the month, whatever comes through. Whenever you hear this message, I would love to hear the synchronicities. And as I said, I'm going to be posting more services, workshops, products throughout the month of March to help with all of these different astrological transits. So stay tuned on socials, on my website. You'll find all of those updates there. And I'll put my current offerings in the description of this video so you can have a look at those as well. All right, Virgo, have a fabulous month ahead, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.